All right, today we're tackling what might just be the ultimate dessert. I'm talking rich, decadent, and get this, zero baking and no added sugar. You heard that right. Let's just dive straight in.
You know the feeling, right? It's the end of a long day and you're craving something sweet, something really satisfying. But you're not looking for that awful sugar crash that comes after. And you definitely don't feel like preheating the oven. Well, guess what? The recipe we're breaking down today has got you covered. So what is this magic dessert? Well, it's actually super simple, really elegant, and it turns some basic, wholesome ingredients into something pretty special. We're going to build this thing in 3 easy parts. We've got the base, then the filling, and finally, the finish.
Okay, let's start from the bottom up. I mean, every great dessert needs a solid foundation, right? And this one, it's got this awesome, simple, super flavorful crust that really just sets the stage for all the goodness to come.
I mean, just look at this list. It's so simple, just 4 ingredients. You've got your rolled oats for that great hearty texture, then dates for that deep, natural sweetness, and oh yeah, they're kind of the magic glue that holds this whole thing together. We'll throw in a little instant coffee for some richness, and of course, a pinch of salt to make all those flavors just sing. And trust me, the process is just as easy. First up, you're going to give those oats a light toast. This just wakes up their nutty flavor. Then, and listen, this part is not optional. You've got to get the pits out of those dates. Nobody wants a broken blender or a broken tooth. After that, everything just gets tossed into a blender and blitzed until you get this sticky, kind of crumbly mixture.
And here's the last step for the base. Once you've got that mixture all blended up, you just dump it into your dish and press it down. And I mean, press it down firmly. That's what's going to create that awesome dense crust that's going to hold all that creamy filling we're about to make. All right, our base is done and ready to go. Now it's time for the real star of the show, the filling. Seriously, this is where the magic happens. And it all boils down to one key ingredient and one super important trick. So for this amazing filling, cashews are the hero. Yep, cashews. They are the secret to getting that unbelievably creamy texture without a drop of dairy. We're going to mix those with some rich coconut cream, a little bit of coconut oil to help it set, and of course, plenty of cocoa powder for that deep chocolatey goodness.
Okay, now here is that super important trick I was talking about. It's all about the cashews. And you need to remember this number, 40 minutes. That's exactly how long you need to soak them in hot water. And trust me, there's a very, very good reason why.
So what's the deal with the 40-minute soak? It is the absolute key to getting that velvety, smooth, almost mousse-like texture. See, soaking the cashews makes them super soft, so when you blend them, they turn into this perfectly silky cream. I'm telling you right now, whatever you do, do not skip this step. It's a total game changer.
So, to recap, the process is simple. You soak the cashews, you drain them really well, and then you throw them in the blender with the coconut cream, coconut oil, and cocoa powder. Blend it all up until it's ridiculously smooth. Then you pour that glorious chocolatey mixture right on top of the base you already made.
Now, the original recipe is totally sugar-free. All the sweetness comes from the dates in the base. But hey, if you like things a little sweeter, the source says go for it. You can totally customize it. Just add a splash of your favorite sweetener to the filling when you're blending everything together. Make it your own.
Ooh, and here's a great pro tip. This comes straight from the source. If you want the richest, most stable filling, try to find a coconut cream that has about 17% fat. So why does that matter? Well, that higher fat content is what helps everything firm up in the freezer, and it's what gives the dessert that amazing, luscious structure. It's kind of the secret to making sure it sets up just right.
We are so close. The base is done, the filling is poured. Now it's time for the final step, which might just be the easiest one of all. We're heading to the freezer to let this thing work its magic.
And that's it, 1 hour. Just pop it in the freezer for 1 hour. That's all it takes for this dessert to set up perfectly. No oven, no complicated steps, just a little bit of patience while the freezer does all the heavy lifting for you. Okay, listen up, because this is a really important serving tip. Do not, I repeat, do not serve this straight out of the freezer. You gotta let it sit on the counter for about 15 minutes. This lets it soften up just a tiny bit, and that's how you get that perfect, creamy, easy-to-scoop texture. It makes all the difference. All right, your dessert is set, it's had a little time to rest, it's officially ready to go. So now let's talk about the finishing touches. You know, the little things that take this from a really good treat to a totally impressive dessert.
The source has a couple of awesome suggestions for toppings. Super simple, but really elegant. You could do a little drizzle of melted dark chocolate. I mean, who's gonna say no to that? Or for a little bit of crunch, you can sprinkle on some chopped walnuts. That texture contrast is amazing.
Now, you might have noticed the source material listed a few extra things at the end. An orange, some green tea, a cinnamon stick, and you might be thinking, that seems kind of random, but stick with me here, because they're actually brilliant serving suggestions.
Think about it like you're creating a whole experience. A slice of fresh orange on the side? That little bit of acidity cuts through the richness of the chocolate just beautifully. A cup of hot green tea. It's the perfect, clean companion to the dessert. And the cinnamon stick? Well, that's just a simple, aromatic garnish that makes the whole thing feel extra special.
So there you have it, a dessert that's delicious, pretty darn healthy, and ridiculously easy to make. It just goes to show you don't need a ton of sugar or even an oven to make something that's truly satisfying. The only question left is, what simple, amazing recipe should we break down for you next? We'd love to hear your ideas. Thanks for tuning in.